Hi and welcome to my 5th episode of my attempt in Gigabyte Fan Contest 2010. As just shown you, this is the new ITX board from Gigabyte, the H55N-USB3. And today I'm going to tell a little about this board. First off, I wish to tell about the size and show the actual board. Here you go. It's extremely tiny. It's the ITX form factor, so it's 17 times 17 centimeters. Yet still, Gigabyte has been able to put on a heck of a lot of components. It's very tight on the PCB. If you see, there's not really any space at all that's being wasted. The board has really good delivery of power to the processor. This is likely to be proven in the next couple of weeks, as there's actually a competition going on at the moment. Or not at the moment, it will start in August, of optimizing on this product from Gigabyte. It has dual bias. So basically, even if you are unfortunate or unexperienced enough to mess up your bias, you will still have a backup one and be able to run the board and undo the damage you've done. The board is in the ultra durable series as well from Gigabyte, so transferred heat very well because of the 2-ounce copper, which is positive and a negative thing on this board, because as you see, it's very small, it's very tiny. People such as myself with exotic cooling will have a bit of a mess with isolating this product. Myself, I'm planning just to isolate everything because it's so darn small. So why not just screw it? Everything will be isolated and likely in a box as well. The product, the CPU socket, is not exactly in the center. It's quite close to the RAM over here, and the PCI Express down here. Put aside a graphic card as well, so you can see basically how tiny it is as well and how tight the space is. Here you go. Using a configuration like this will give you a bit of a headache if using a 120 or 140 millimeter fan for your processor. So you can't really do that unless you run with either a bit more low profile on the RAM. These are quite expensive and extraordinary memory from Corsair. If you use with normal profile down here, you won't really have any issues with most modern fans. As for running with 120 or 140 millimeter, the graphic card, you will never get above that. It will block if you pass it in the other way. For exotic cooling, it isn't really a problem, and I'd actually like to prove that. So this place down here, and I've found from the closet my CPU pod. As you can see, quite massive, weights as well, almost 4 kilograms. So not a small size one, and it fits perfectly on the processor despite having these other components. So not really a problem at all for exotic cooling, nor if you have phase change. You will still be able to put an evaporator down there, which is the cooling head of a phase change unit. You will be able to use water cooling without any problems. This board has a very good bias for an ITX. It's not as massive and extreme as the UD7, the P55 UD7, of course, which is as well in another league, but this board is definitely not bad at all for overclocking, and it will definitely be proven in the next couple of weeks because of the competition. The competition is two-parted. It's limited. It's running on hardware.bot anyway. hwbot.org if you want to participate in it. Part of the competition is with the limit of 4 GHz on the processor. In this stage, everyone can participate and have an honest chance. If you know what you're doing with your hardware, you have a chance in that one. The other part of the competition is with unlimited speed on the processor. I wouldn't suggest that if you don't have the cooling, because then you will get overrun big time. The board is very smart. You have the backside of the PCB here. You have components as well. So basically, because of the small size, Gigabyte has chosen really to narrow down everything, and by far this product is the best overclocking mini ITX on the market, no doubt at all. It has one real competitor in my opinion, which is not on the overclocking side but in the ITX for H55, and that is the Zotac, as it offers Wi-Fi as well. You have the wireless connection on that board, which you don't have on this one. But as for the BIOS, as for overclocking, as for performance per standard as well, this board is definitely ahead of all other ITX boards. I'm really happy with it. I'm even considering replacing the board you saw in last episode, the Micro ATX, with this one. So definitely a nice product, and if you wonder how I will do in the competition, follow on HW. But have a nice day.